Good evening. I think no energy looks like. Huh? Yeah. That sounds something good. Okay. So today I will talk about something very interesting which you've not heard since morning, which we will talk about the enterprise data cloud. Before I get there, let me give you a quick snapshot about Pure Storage. We are a $3 billion organization, and if you look at from a Gartner perspective, we've been in the leadership quadrant of Gartner for 12 consecutive years, right? And from a consumption perspective, this is the first time Gartner has come out with this quadrant. You can see Pure is a clear leader from a consumption perspective. Now, to get to the topic today times are changing, right? If you see a lot of uncertainty today, there is a lot of spend happening on artificial intelligence, too much hustle on tariffs. I'm sure you're reading newspaper every day, and unexpected spend on virtualization. There is a geopolitical landscape changes which are happening. But when you look at partners sitting here, but there is also opportunity in all these uncertainty. So I want to take you through those opportunities during this uncertainty. Now, if you look at IDC talks about almost about $600 billion spend on AI, right? The kind of by 2028, that's the kind of spend which will happen on the AI. The other biggest spend which will happen is on cyber, because of the cyber resiliency issues which everybody is facing, cyber attacks which have been happening. So there is almost close to about $400 billion of spend which will happen on cyber. And the other important thing which is happening is most of the applications which are there, 95% of these applications will be running on Kubernetes or cloud native based applications, right? And the other estimate is almost 50% of the storage will come as services. That is what the prediction by IDC is. Now, let's get, now it is time to help our customers. How do we transform? How do we create new platform for data? So this is where our topic today is on the enterprise data cloud. Now, transformation is required. All of you agree, right? Transformation is required. Now, if you look at the earlier storage, people used to buy storage based on utilization. If you have one application, you buy one storage. You have another application, you buy one storage. So there's a lot of systems which you have already bought. So this is time which has come that you need to transform, right? And the other thing is the IT operations also become complicated because the applications have increased over time. And when you have a lot of application, data management also becomes a very imperative kind of issue. Now, how do I take it forward? The only option here is to build a enterprise data cloud architecture. Now, if you see this architecture, now what you have done is we built it on 3 major components. But on these 3 major components, the main component which is built is on the evergreen architecture. Now, let me tell you what evergreen architecture is. It is an architecture which has no end of life, right? You can have the way the system is performing. You can have multiple controllers can be changed. At end of 3 years, we ship a controller free of cost to a customer, right? So there is absolutely no end of life when you look at evergreen architecture. Now, this is future-proof from a technology perspective. It is cyber resilient. There are enough protections available on this architecture. And also, we have simplified the operations so that you have the lowest amount of TCO. Now, let's talk about the first pillar of the enterprise data cloud, which is the unified data plane. Now, what is unified data plane? Now, this is an architecture which we evolved. We have primarily 2 flagship products, the FlashArray and FlashBlade. So we've created a scale-up and a scale-out architecture where if customers want to do block and file, if you want to do file and object, all these feature functionalities are available, right, with this unified data plane. So you can actually keep scaling your applications. So with this, the basic unified data plane. And so you can cater to high performance. If applications needs sub-millisecond latency, you can give that. If you need 0 to 4 millisecond latency, you can create that kind of application platform. And there is consistency of data which is available. You can actually scale up in such a fashion that you can have data recovery, you can have multiple things which are built up. So this is where the unified data plane is. And then the second most important pillar that we have is called as the intelligent control plane. Now, what is this intelligent control plane? Today, if you look at, you need to have a plane which has got a lot of intelligence built in, right? You need to have real-time observability. You have AI integration needs to be there. You also need to have predictive analysis. What is going to happen? Whether my system is about to, if something goes wrong, what is the kind of predictive failure which I can give out? So this is an intelligent control plane that we've built. So this is the second most important pillar on which we've created the enterprise data cloud. Having said that, when we look at the conventional architecture which people have tried to build previously, right? You have observability platforms, but the platform which were built earlier couldn't scale up to that kind of level where today's needs have come up. Second thing was on storage virtualization. We created certain virtualization, but finally it is coming back from the same pool. So that created a bottleneck. The third most important thing is the automation platforms which were created. So those also had challenges if you look at from the erstwhile architecture. Now what we have done is, we have built in an intelligent control plane. All the issues which were there, we built in all the feature functionality so that a virtualized cloud of data can be treated and can be given back to the customer. So we've built in all of feature functionality right from our operating system, which is Purity, the management plane, which is Pure One, and Pure Fusion, which allows you to, if you have multiple systems in your infrastructure, you can manage it with a single pane. So this is what we've created, a single fleet of management. Now this is a very important control plane because it allows you to do fleet management. It allows you to do preset workloads because workloads are very dynamic in today's world. And also it does compliance reporting, which is also very important in today's functionality if you look at. And there's built-in cyber resiliency. Now everybody has a challenge, right? So I'm sure a couple of speakers who had spoken before me talked about cyber resiliency. Because that is the most important thing which is happening, because cyber threats are happening by the minute, right? So how do all these feature functionalities are built in. And the other important thing is the workload orchestration, which is the need of the hour. You talk to any CIO today, workload orchestration is most important because applications are different. You have multiple applications. You have applications on mobile phone. You have applications in-prem, on the cloud, and things like that. So all these aspects gets addressed using our operating system, which is Purity, which is the direct flash modules that we have, and also with the evergreen architecture, what we talk about. This actually helps us build the enterprise data cloud. And the beauty of it is this is delivered as a service. If, as I said in my beginning of the slide, because 95%, that is what IDC prediction was, 95% of the storage will be delivered as a service. Now, this is the most important, the third last pillar of our enterprise data cloud. You can offer this to your customers on an on-premise platform, which is called as the Evergreen Forever. Now, the beauty of this platform, the subscription is, every 3 years we ship a controller free of cost to the customer. Automatically, he gets upgraded to the latest technology. The performance goes up. He doesn't have to worry about obsolescence of technology when he looks at any other product. And the other thing is that you can get Evergreen Flex as a subscription, where the hardware customer can procure subscriptions or consumptions can be driven through subscription. And lastly, the most important thing is the Evergreen One, which is basically a cloud-based service, right? You buy a system and pay based on usage. If you consume on a capacity which you have ascertained for, you get billed for it. So that's the beauty of this technology. So this is how the enterprise data cloud is been built, right? So this basic architecture that we talked about it supports all workloads and all workflows which are there in a customer environment. So performance is available, scalability is available, it is a simplified virtual network, virtualization support is available, and also to the latest applications, which you said most of the applications will change into Kubernetes-based kind of technology. So that's where all the storage is Kubernetes aware. So this is the beauty of the enterprise cloud, right? And that is how we build, this is the final architecture of the enterprise data cloud, which every customer today is trying to implement, right? And everybody's so excited when they talk to us that they want to implement this because this doesn't have any limitation. You can do either scale up or you can do scale out, right? With this, I come to my conclusion. This is my last slide. For all the partners sitting here, you've seen the evolution what Pure has done. We came up with the product, we came up with the portfolio and the platform, and that is where now we have the enterprise data cloud, right? So this is how the enterprise data cloud architecture is. I have 4 more minutes. If you have any questions, I'm ready to take. Any questions? So I'll give back those 4 minutes back to you. Thanks a lot. Thank you for your time.